Welcome to another Pilates Reformer workout. My name is Melanie, your mildly goth Pilates instructor. Today we're going to be doing a full body reformer workout with no props. Please place your headrest to the downward position. We're going to load on 3 red springs or 3 heavy springs. If you want more of a challenge, you could do 2 red springs or 2 heavies, and meet me lying down on the reformer. While you're getting set up, if you'd please hit the like button and also subscribe. I would be so happy to see you again. All right, we begin. So heels to the outer corners of the foot bar, knees will be an external rotation, headrest is down. Please double check to make sure that that is the case. We're gonna begin just with the pelvic lift. So you're gonna push into the feet, lift the hips up and lower. So your goal is not necessarily to get up to your highest bridge just yet. Your goal is to control the carriage, use your abdominals, and start lifting and lowering the hips. I'm not necessarily in a curved under pelvic position, but I am trying really hard to keep that carriage still and also incorporate my lower abdominals into this lift. Big breath in. If you need to reset your feet, go for it. Exhale as you lift. Inhale as you lower down. Let's go for 2 more like this. And 1. Good. Lower down, reset your feet if you need to. Next time we go up, we're going to extend the legs long. Keep the heels lifted as we bring the carriage inward. Good. So the knees are going to bend. Going to exhale, press out. Inhale, bring it in. Exhale, press out. Inhale, bring it in. Knees are staying wide. Still controlling my movement. Using my abdominals to stay steady. Hips are staying lifted, but not crazy high. Let's take 1 more. Definitely feeling hamstrings starting to warm up. Good. And we are going to lower the hips down. Reset if you need to. Give yourself a little bit more room. We're going to find that hover position. We're going to take tiny pulses up and down, squeezing the glutes, squeezing the hamstrings, just lowering and lifting your butt. Should feel the section right here where your hips meet your hamstrings starting to squeeze. Let's go for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring your butt down to the mat. Hug your knees into your chest. We're now going to move on to bridges. So arches of the feet to the foot bar. Arms can either be long by your sides or raised up above the shoulders. Headrest stays down. Please, I don't want you to crunch your cervical spine. We're going to begin rolling up into a bridge. So I'm going to curl the pelvis under, roll the spine up till you find a diagonal line, knees to hips to shoulders. Deep breath in, exhale, melt the spine down, rolling down 1 vertebra at a time until the bottom of your sacrum hits the mat. Deep breath in, exhale, roll it up. I haven't done these in a little while, so I'm already feeling a little shaky. That's a good sign if you got it. Good. Squeezing your abdominals each time, squeezing your glutes each time. Good, let's take 1 more. Find that diagonal line. You're going to keep the hips lifted. We're going to press out, bring it back in. Ooh. Out, bring it back in. Almost closing the carriage. Bring it back in. Toes are pointing forward, right in line with your knees. If you notice that your toes are going wayward, really try to get them all in one organized line so you're not stressing out any of your joints. Again, if arms are feeling more comfortable up above your shoulders, feel free to take that. Okay. Try not to tap the carriage like that too. The last one. We're going to almost close the carriage, not quite. I'm going to just pulse the hips up and down. So I've got this little hover of the hips. Butt is going up and down, squeezing the glutes. Let's go for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Close the stopper all the way. Melt the carriage down. Hug your knees in toward your chest. Rock your head side to side. And we're going to move on to single legs. So I'm going to roll up and just peel off 1 red spring. So I'm going to be on 2 reds. If you need to take a little off as well, feel free to do so. My arms will be long by my sides. Feet hip distance apart on the foot bar. Toes facing forward. Give yourself a little bit of room between your shoulders and the shoulder blocks. Find that bridge position. I'm going to bring 1 leg up to tabletop. I've got my right leg. I'm going to bend the left, or extend the left leg. Bring it home. Let's go for 3, 2, 1. Now when I come home, I'm going to extend the right leg over the foot bar, bring it to tabletop as the left leg extends. Right leg extends forward, left leg straightens. Last one. Good. Leg stays in tabletop, back to your closed carriage position. Right foot on the foot bar, left foot to tabletop. Leg stays in tabletop as I extend the right leg for 3. This is 2. Whoops, this is 1. Now when I come in, I'm going to extend the left leg. Bring it to tabletop as the right leg extends. Leg goes forward as I go forward, back as I go back. Last one. Good. Leg stays in tabletop. Close the stopper. Place the foot down on the foot bar. Roll the spine down. And let's just pause in a figure 4 stretch. Oh, my hamstrings. Let's grab onto your left shin or left thigh. Cross the right ankle over the left leg. And if you'd like to give a little bit of a press out on your right thigh with your arm, feel free to do that. We're going to switch sides. Oh, Nelly. Good. Use this opportunity to let your breath help you with your stretch. Take a variation that felt good to you on the other side or whatever you need on this side. But I ask that when you exhale, you just let your muscles melt like jelly in warm water. Good. Roll up to sitting. We're going to move on. When you're ready, we're going to switch to 1 red and 1 blue spring, or 1 heavy and 1 light. Grab your straps in your hands. Headrest goes up. You're going to come down to lying on your machine. Hands will go into the straps. Right hand and right strap, left hand and left strap. Scoot away from the shoulder blocks if you need to. Legs will come into tabletop. We're going to begin just with a basic lat pull to warm up through the arms, through the core, through the back. Good. And as you probably have heard me say before in my other videos, feel free to take the options you like for rolling up with the head, neck, and chest, or explore additional ab challenge through alternating leg extensions. As we explore this series, you could also extend the legs out to 45, bring them back in or hold them there. I'm going to stick in tabletop for today. Shins parallel to the ceiling and head down, but feel free to go for any of those options. And if you're doing this video multiple times, which I suggest, you can start to, filter in some of those options as you progress in building your strength. Good. Let's take one more. Good. Arms up to the ceiling. We're going to go for arm circles. Palms face forward. Draw the arms out, down, and around. Palm flip down and back up above the shoulders. So that press through the palms is really giving me lots of good work through the upper back, through the shoulders. So every time the palms come down, they've flipped in to face my hips. And I'm exhaling through the hardest part, which is once those arms start squeezing in toward your sides. Good, last one. Good, now we're going to reverse. Palms are facing forward, down to the mat, palms flip to your hips, out, around, and up. Now we exhale as the palms flip down. Inhale as the palms flip in and come up. So you always want your palms to be facing the wall in front of you as they start to press down toward the mat. Let's take another 2. Ribs are staying down. Tailbone is heavy on the mat too, so I'm not imprinting the spine. I'm trying to keep a nice neutral position. Good. Back up above the shoulders. Now we're going to move into cheerleader. So right arm goes out to the side. I'm going to switch the arm position. Hands come down to your hips. Left arm goes up, right arm out to the side. I'm going to switch the arms over. So right arm is extended up, left arm out to the side. Hands down in front of you. Left arm comes up, and we switch over. Let's go for 2 more. Palms down to the hips. Left arm up, right arm out to the side. Switch it over. Both hands down to the side. Hands flip down. Left arm up. Now we go right into the other side. Hands down, right arm up, left arm out to the side. Switch position, so left arm is up, right arm is out. Palms squeeze in, right arm up, left arm out. Switch the arms over. 2 more. Palms in, right arm up, switch the arms up, left arm up, squeeze the arms in, right arm up, switch the arms over. Very nice. For the next exercise, we're going to go for some lower abdominals. I switched onto 1 heavy spring or 1 red spring. I've taken both straps, placed them together, and I've folded them over each other. So I have a nice little loop. I'm going to place my headrest down, which I've done already. Legs will come to diamond position, and I've got one hand on top, one hand on bottom, holding on to the straps. So heels together, toes apart, knees apart. I'm going to start pressing the hands in between my legs, head, neck, and chest curl up. Elbows stay straight. Deep breath in, exhale. Press through. If you need to scooch forward for a little more room between your shoulders and the shoulder blocks, feel free to do that if you're getting caught. It's very important to keep the shoulders down. Zip the belly button up as you curl up. Deep breath in. Exhale, press forward. Probably feeling a little more upper abs right now before we get into the next phase, which is hip pulses. Hold here. We're going to lift the hips up and down. Tiny pulses for 8. Still holding to the straps. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Relax it down. Release the straps. Open up your arms out to the side in a T. Just look left, look right, look left, look right, and roll up to sitting. We're going to move on. All right, next we're going to go on to stomach massage. And if you have a sticky pad, you can place it parallel to the edge of your mat here. If you don't, just be cautious. I don't, because I'm irresponsible. I've flipped on to 3 reds and a blue spring, or 3 heavy and 1 light. So what we're going to do is we're going to bring the toes to the foot bar in Pilates V. I'm going to scoot your butt pretty close to the edge of the mat. I'm going to just curl my hands under the edge of the carriage here. I'm going to find this deep curl here. So definitely have roundness in the lumbar spine, and I'm really pushing into the C curve so that my abs are engaged. I'm going to press the legs long, keep that curve as I lower the heels under, still in that Pilates V. Raise the heels, bend the knees, bring it in. Exhale, lower, lift, bring it in. Exhale, lower, lift, bring it in. Good, let's go for 5. Lift, still feeling that big scoop. It's going to give you a lot of abdominal work here. Good, a few more. This is 2, upper body is relaxed, looking in toward your waist, and 1. Good, bring it all the way in. Good, you're going to sit up, remove a red, place a blue on, if you don't have one already. And you're going to reach back, find the shoulder blocks behind you, and sit up a little bit taller. Heels are still lifted. You're going to try to get some of that scoop out of your low back. You're going to press away, lower the heels under, raise them up, bend the carriage in, bring it home. Exhale, extend long. Good, press the heels under, raise them up, and bring it back in. We're going to go for 5. This is 4. Last 3. Feeling lots of control here. Final 2. Lots of abdominals. And 1. Good. Bring it all the way in. Going to take off the blue spring, so you're on 2 reds or 2 heavies. Now we're going to reach your arms up on an upward diagonal, so not right in front, not all the way up, somewhere on this like 45-degree plane. You're going to keep that external rotation. You're going to try to keep the spine nice and tall. Bend the knees in and out. So you're trying not to let the torso wiggle around. Trying to keep control of the carriage here. Heels are not lowering down in between. Good, let's take 2 more, and then add a little variation. Good. Now let's press out for 1. Draw it in slowly, 3, 2, 1. Press out for 1. Bring it in, 3, 2, 1. Now we reverse. Press out for 3, 2, 1. Bring it in with control for 1. Press out for 1. Bring it out. Bring it in for 3, 2, 1. Very good. Now we're going to hold this position. We're going to twist to the right, reaching behind you with that right arm. Bring it back in, arms to 45. Exhale, twist to the other side, left arm back. Bring it in. So it's not just the arm, it's the torso twisting, getting that thoracic rotation here. Bend, bring it home. Left. Feeling some obliques. Let's go for 1 more. Exhale, twist. Other side. Very nice. Grab onto the foot bar in front of you. Extend the legs long. Compress the heels under the foot bar. Get a little calf stretch here. Raise the heels. Close the carriage. Bring your feet off the foot bar. We'll move on. Alrighty, next let's move into long stretch. We've been doing this one in some recent videos, but it's an oldie but a goodie. So place your headrest up. If you have a sticky pad, please place it on there. If not, be cautious. Don't be reckless like me. 2 red springs or 2 heavy springs. Toes on the headrest behind you. If that's too slippery, you can put them on the shoulder blocks. Pick your poison. Legs together if they're on the headrest. We're gonna lift the knees up, find your plank. All fingers facing forward. We're gonna push out, draw it in and up, shoulders over wrists. Opening up through the shoulder. Head almost lifts on an upward diagonal. That's the sensation you wanna think about. I just did a no-no. I adjusted my hands while I was out. Don't do that. Okay, let's go for a few more. Think about your belly button lifting in and up. Find that corseted layer here. Good, let's go for 2 more. Shoulders are melted down. Butt is not piking up. It's in a nice long line. Good. Close the carriage. Knees come down. Soles of the feet up against the shoulder blocks with the toes curled under. Down stretch. So hands will be on the foot bar, under your shoulders. Press the hips forward. Chest wide and proud. You're going to keep the gaze up and forward. We're going to press out and up. Adjust if you need to. And again, that head is thinking about lifting on an upward diagonal. Let's go for 3, 2, and 1. Great. Next, we're going to go for knee stretches. You could do 2 reds or 2 heavy springs, or if you want a little less, you could go for a red and a blue, or 1 heavy, 1 light. You can hover your knees up above the carriage for this one. I'm going to keep them down today. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to press my hips back. I'm going to pump the knees in and out. So you really want to use your abdominals for this one, rather than really relying on your quads so much. Lots of lower abs, kind of continuing the theme of those straight arm pulls and lower ab pulses we were doing. Good. Still using your breath, please. Good. Let's go for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Very nice. Close the stopper. Let's go on to our next exercise. All right, we'll do elephant again. We did this last week, but I think it's a good skill to be working on. So we're gonna next come to standing on the reformer. Hands shoulder distance apart, heels up against the headrest, toes lifted up. I'm on 2 reds and a blue, or 2 heavy and 1 light. You can play around with that resistance if this doesn't make sense to you. I'm gonna shift my weight back so my hips are above my heels. I'm going to lift the abdominals. I'm going to begin pressing out, coming in for 3, 2, 1. Press out, 3, 2, 1, in. Press out, in for 3, 2, 1. Press out, in for 3, 2, 1. Press out, in for 3, 2, 1. Out, 3, 2, 1. Really hopefully feeling that ab engagement. Good. 2 more. And last one. Now I'm going to take off that 1 red spring. I'm going to stick on 1 red, 1 blue. We're going to go for single leg. So for this one, see what feels good with the height. I'm going to take the right leg back. I'm going to press out and in for 3, 2, 1. Leg out to the side. It can be a 90 or lower, whatever feels good. Out and in for 3, 2, 1. Leg forward. It can be straight or bent. Out and in for 3, 2, 1. Other side, left leg back, out and in for 3. Abs are lifted, 2, 1. Out to the side at whatever height is accessible for you for 3, 2, 1. Forward, straight or pike to a bent for 3, 2, 1. Close the carriage. Hopefully more slowly and with more control than I did. Fold at the hips. You may not have this much range. It's really okay. I am bendy to a fault. And roll it up to sitting or standing. All right, let's continue with a little bit of front rowing. So I'm facing the foot bar, legs extended long in front of me. I'm trying to sit up really tall with the rib cage stacked above the pelvis, straps in hands, elbows start tight to the rib cage with the palms flip down to the floor. I'm going to extend the arms up on a diagonal, tap the fingers down, raise the arms up, bend the elbows in. Press the arms up on a diagonal, lift up out of the hips, lower the hands, tap the fingers down, raise the hands up, bend the elbows in. Press the arms up, tap the mat, raise the hands up, don't curve in that lumbar spine if you can help it. Last one, up to the diagonal, tap the mat, and back down. Now, when I extend forward, I'm going to take a big scoop, reaching for my fingers. I'm going to reach up, bring the arms out into a big circle, elbows bend in, lifting up through the torso. Now I'm going to scoop the belly, reach for the toes, shoulders back, arms reach up, shoulders down, out to the side, arms in toward the waist. Scoop the belly, extend toward the toes, reach up, get out of that lumbar spine, sit up really tall, elbows in one more time, scoop the belly, reach forward, bring it up, out, and around. Let's finish up with a little bit of biceps. Grab the straps in one hand, turn around, place the headrest in the downward position. We're gonna come to sitting, facing the shoulder block, so you can have your legs crossed in crisscross position, straight in front of you or across at the ankles. Just make sure you've got about a hand's worth of distance behind you. I'm going to take the straps in my hands, flip the palms to face up. I'm going to sit up really tall, go for a nice bicep curl here. I'm still on one red or one heavy spring. You can add more if you like. Another option, so if you'd like to take a big abdominal scoop here, you're welcome to. Whatever floats your boat is good by me. Just make sure those elbows don't sink low here. That's not going to do a whole lot for you. Elbows lifted high, elbows come in, or wrists come in, fingertips come in. Core is engaged. Exhaling as I bring those palms in toward my face. And good. Let's go for another 6, 5, 4, 3, last 2, and 1. Good. We're going to do one more. Uncross the legs if you have them straight in front of you. Just switch the other leg to the top. I'm going to sit up really tall. I'm going to go for T. So palms lift to face each other. Rib cage stacked over your pelvis. I'm going to open up to the side, squeezing the shoulder blades together. Bring the arms back in front of you. Open up wide and back. So really feeling a lot through the shoulders, a lot through the back. Good, we're gonna go for 3. Exhaling as those arms go back. And from camera, it looks like my hands are going back behind me. That's not necessarily what you want. They're actually right by the side of my body. Good, last one. Palms flip to face back. We're gonna stay stacked really tall. Now the hands, instead of up at shoulder height, they're gonna come down to about 45 degrees or lower, kind of down by the headrests. We're gonna press the arms back, kind of skimming the side of the reformer, and back. It's really easy to wanna let the rib cage pop here. You really wanna let it be heavy and down so you can focus on all those muscles in your upper back. A really, really nice posture work. This is a great way to end, I think. Maybe you disagree. Tell me in the comments if you do, but I think it's really nice to walk out of class or your workout feeling really open and steady in your chest and back. Very good. Release those straps down by your sides. Get the ropes out of the way if you need to. We're going to be on one red spring, so you'll stay right where you are. I'm gonna go for a stretch. So I'm gonna start with my left foot up against the left shoulder block. My right foot will be on the foot bar in front of me. Knee stays down. I'm gonna begin just sending the left knee back a little bit and forward. You can tuck the pelvis under a little here for a little added psoas stretch. Good. And now I'm going to bring that knee back under my hip. I'm going to extend the right leg forward and bend it in. Gaze comes up as you bring the carriage in. Good. If you'd like a little more resistance here for a little more support or a little more feedback, feel free to do that. Good. Last time, I'm going to let my chest drift down just a little bit. Good. Let's go for the other side. I'm going to go ahead and add a yellow spring just for a little bit more under here, but you do you. So chest is lifted. You can scoop the pelvis under if you like. Do what you got to do. Send the carriage back and in, feeling all that stretch through the front of your hip. And try to control that carriage though, if you can. Good. Now I'm going to hinge back. I'm going to extend the left leg. Bring it forward. Keeping my chest pretty close to my knee as much as I can. Don't judge yourself. Do what you can do. I'm also exceptionally bendy to a fault. Lower your head and chest down to where it feels comfortable. Good. Bring it all the way up. Close the stopper. Let's come to sitting in a comfortable position. You can be wherever you like. I'm going to sit facing forward, but crossing at my ankles. I'm going to just relax my arms down by my side, wherever they may. I'm going to shake out my shoulders. Release any tension. Sit up out of my lumbar spine, so I'm not tucking my pelvis under. I'm going to take a deep breath in, close my eyes, roll my shoulders back, together and down, while keeping my rib cage down. Inhale, draw my shoulders back, together and down. I'm going to gather my arms up, fingertips together, like I'm holding a big beach ball in front of me. Raise the ball up over my head and open the arms out, lifting through the chest, keeping the ribs down as much as I can, feeling that nice chest stretch. Fingertips down and together, hold the beach ball in front of you, raise it up above your head. Gaze goes up, open through the chest. Very nice. Hand down to the headrest. You're going to reach your left arm up and over. Palm flips to face the floor. Big breath in. Exhale. Raise up. Other side. Left arm down to the mat. Right arm reaches up and over. Stretching through that right side. Right palm is facing the floor. Deep breath in. Exhale. Bring it up, hands to your knees. Let's take a curl, sending your belly button back, nice big scoop, and an arch, sending your tailbone back behind you, chest up and forward, gaze toward the ceiling one more time. It feels really good to get your spine moving. Curve it back like a cat. Exhale, arch up, chest open, tailbone back, gaze to the ceiling. Ribs back over your hips, roll the shoulders back. Exhale, you're all done. Thank you so much. You did a great job. I would love to see you again, so please, if you would, subscribe to my channel, give this video a like, or leave me a comment. It might not seem like a lot, but it really brightens my day whenever I read how you guys are feeling and what you thought. So please send me your questions, send me your comments. And if you'd like to continue your workout, I'll leave another video linked right here that I think you might like. And there's a playlist down here that I think you might be able to tap for additional workouts for me. Thank you so much. Have a great day. Bye.